Hello, everybody. This is Fighter Cows to the Geek Fighters, along with Double RPG and Metal Blue Eyes. Why don't you guys say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Finally back to playing this again after Royal Rumble last week.
Disappointing Royal Rumble last week.
Disappointing, yeah. Either way, good to be back.
Yeah, we should emphasize on that term, disappointing, because yes, it was. And you might be wondering, why are we here in Greg Minister? Well, we can finally recruit this guy. And it's about damn time, too.
Gordon.
Yes, the traitor. So yeah, back to Suikoden 2, and we got a lot to cover today, as we are going to be going to a new region to see if we can actually try to recruit this country to join our cause.
Nice.
Yes, but it's also in relation to us seeing about somebody who escaped our grasp right before we got our castle, and now we have to deal with him permanently once and for all. But whether or not if we get to him today, it's still up in the air. And you, Jerry, you should know who I'm talking about. The guy whose name you can't stand in the Suikoden universe.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. As you said, I can't stand it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's a dumb name.
Yeah, Necklord.
Neckbeard.
Yes, Neckbeard. Necrobeard. Or Necromancer Beard. Just whatever you want to call him. But yeah. So, how you guys doing this week?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm just wondering when I get to go to work. I'm like I mentioned off and on. I'm just random thing. I'm just like, can I work, please? Thank you. But I'm doing good other than that because I still have cash money coming. So
yeah.
Even though I haven't been able to work last week, it got me in this weird jail where I'm still part of the company. I'm just not working.
Right. But hey, at least you get a tax refund this year, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting. I was like, I'm not broke, so at least now this would have been a lot worse if I was broke and this was happening.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're getting one, I'm getting one, but it's just a matter of time before, when we get the federal part of the tax refund. Because in case you guys don't know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do, but the federal tax returns are delayed because there's not a lot of people, at the IRS right now because of COVID.
They're short-staffed.
Sadly. Had a very interesting occurrence happen to me during the time during the hiatus before coming back here. Long story short, oh hey LPH.
Hey LPH, how's it going?
But yeah, a very interesting yet painful occurrence happened to me in the week between us taking a break because of the craptastic Royal Rumble and us streaming this right now. Long story short, I have a kidney stone, folks.
And those are never fun.
No. Kidney stones...
I remember mentioning pain, and I was like, you won't, unless you feel in pain, and then you did, and I was like, oh, well.
Kidney stones... It's terrible. Yeah, kidney stones are not fun whatsoever. They are the bane of man's existence, and it's pretty much the equivalent of a man trying to give birth to a baby.
Yeah, that's usually what people say, yeah, like, that's the pain equivalent. It's like...
Uh-huh. So, for all you people out there who are watching this, I don't wish for you to go through the same pain as I am. Yeah. And make sure you drink lots of water. Because that's the only way you guys are going to be able to avoid getting the kidney stone disease, or just kidney stones in general. I mean, you don't necessarily have kidney stone disease unless, if kidney stones just continuously start to form inside your kidneys nonstop. But if it's just one, if it manages to pass and you don't get any more, then you're pretty much free from that jargon. Anyway, we need to come back over here to Two River City because we forgot to recruit Bob in the last episode. And since we have over 80 recruits in our castle, we should be able to recruit him now. All right, yes.
Up here said, sorry that happened.
Sorry for that. Oh yeah, it happens. Bad. But, yeah, just as I said, I don't wish anybody to go through that type of pain. And, just be careful with what you drink. I mean, if you drink lots of pop, you may want to change your drinking habits pretty soon. Or change your, diet to what you mostly drink. I mean, I know a lot of you can't stand water, but trust me, water will save your life in situations like this. But yeah, that's pretty much the interesting thing that happened to me. But thing is, how I got the kidney stone at first was I didn't even know I had it until back on Tuesday when I was home and I was just kind of chillaxing myself. Then all of a sudden, I just felt this sharp pain in my in my lower right back, and I felt like I was gonna die that night.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Should we be able to recruit this? Yes, there's one more person we can recruit.
My question is just what have y'all been doing in the week? You know, playing anything? Man, that sounds so subdued.
Well, what I've been playing, well, I've been taking my time and playing the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, the first Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster that came out last year, and I just beat it earlier this morning, and I gotta say, for a Pixel Remaster, it was pretty damn sweet. And I finally also managed to beat Ghost of Tsushima on my PS5.
Both good.
Yeah, both good games. I'm currently going through the Iki Island expansion, but I haven't really gotten that far yet. I think I'm taking a break on that right now until I come back to it with fresh feelings, because for as much as I played Ghost of Tsushima, I managed to actually platinum that game, but it's one of those games that's really easy to platinum because it doesn't require you to go through New Game Plus in order to platinum it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, Jerry, if you ever got around to playing that game and if you ever felt like, you know, if you wanted to platinum that game, then don't worry. It won't even have to take that long.
I still need to get it. How about you, Metal? You been playing anything?
Corpse?
All right. Well, anyways, I've been playing Yakuza 3 very slowly because I got queasy the first time, and all guys got QT.
Yeah. Just to recruit this one character, and her name is Karen, but she's not old. But she's not old enough to be one. So basically, it's button prompts, but you got to follow the commands that she does in order to get her recruited.
I saw all the button prompts. I was like, oh god. If you're paying attention.
So yeah, just be careful what you choose, and then you should be okay. And from what I noticed, it's really not that difficult. But me saying that right now, I probably am going to screw it up. But I just gotta pay attention to her moves.
Right.
Show me your moves!
So you pay attention while I talk about how I was playing Yakuza 3. It's the worst one. It's not... No, worst Yakuza doesn't mean it's a bad game. It just means it's the worst Yakuza.
Yeah.
And by worst, I don't mean like story-wise. Actually, I think the story's great. I mean the combat is like... The AI is broken. And the AI stay broken. It blocks everything you do. And also been playing Master Duel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And I think some of that there Sakura Wars.
The PS4 one, right?
Yeah,
Good.
the one done by what's his face, Bleach guy,
Mm-hmm.
Kubo.
All right, we finally got Karen recruited into our army, so I think we can recruit all we could so far. And now we try to go to the docks of Couscous, and now they're saying, now these two men are saying, Lord Ryu, good timing, everyone's all worked up because a Highland ship just arrived. Oh, really? And this is after Luca Blight's death, by the way, so are they wanting to negotiate peace with us now that the monster is perished?
Hey, by the way, did you know Twitter added a downvote button to Twitter replies?
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Only if you see something really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like we were talking about. Oh yeah, Twitter, the place where a lot of bullies can just mob mentality you and downvote. Like, yeah, that's really helpful. They can bully you faster. Like, 'cause sometimes it isn't really just being dumb. It's just you know how it is on the internet.
Oh yeah, it's like Twitter is doing. I mean, Twitch is Is it? Yeah. You said Twitch, or was it Twitter?
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Well, at least Twitter's doing something right, which YouTube should be doing.
Keeping the downvote.
Yeah.
It's like YouTube left it. Twitter's like, we'll take it then.
Oh yeah.
But no, like, yeah, people are like, yeah, it should stay on YouTube and not on Twitter, because woof.
I mean, geez, I can't believe that YouTube, just cowered down to all businesses who said, hey, get rid of the downvote button. That makes us look bad. Well, I think they missed
stop being bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they tend to forget that downvote button's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Not everything should be, just kittens and rainbows with, how you present yourself.
Like,
I mean,
if you're the consequences.
Yeah, exactly. In order to adapt and, satisfy people's needs, you got to embrace criticism. Just that downvote button there is not the bane of anybody's existence. And it really should not be anything that's going to tarnish your name unless if you, end up doing something that's completely stupid all the way throughout. Like what Konami's doing? Yeah, that's just nothing but blatant stupidity on their part, especially with the whole NFTs that they're doing.
Konami just they do good with Master Duel and then they take a million steps back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else. Really, matter of fact, when I signed up for Konami just to make Master Duel, just so I could transfer my Master Duel to my PlayStation at some point,
mm-hmm.
Guess what they used as their captcha system?
What do they use?
Oh, they won't make a game with him, but they'll sure use it for a captcha system, and it's Goemon.
What?
So they I was like, and they didn't even name him by name. They just said, click on the blue ninja character. They didn't even name him Goemon. They just said blue ninja character, even though obviously it's Goemon.
Oh, yeah. And LPH says, and yeah, one of my favorite YouTube channels for video game music is Gil the Sunner.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is Gil the Sunner, because he had like...
Oh, Gil the Sunner died? Oh, shoot.
Well, no, his YouTube channel's dead because of Nintendo, because he had like 2,300 of his videos claimed that had Nintendo music, and Nintendo's like, no, you can't do that. Well, Pokemon just... the Pokemon company just spit right back at their face, because they just unleashed their... the music for, I think, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl through something just recently for everybody to listen to.
Or they made a channel?
I think they released something where you can actually listen to the music from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
LP said it all right there. F Konami.
Oh yeah.
Like this game being a Konami game too.
Konami, how dare you treat Goemon like that? Just calling him Blue Ninja when he actually has a name?
Actually, I think I could show you the image in Skype.
Please do.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't even call him Blue Ninja. That's even worse.
Huh. So he just doesn't have a name whatsoever.
They just say this character. I'll show you. And that's the only respect Goemon gets. This character. It's in a Skype chat when you're not. When you
There,
know,
let me take a look real quick.
Streaming.
Oh, wow. That's how... Oh, God. Konami, you're not even trying. Jesus. If you just said something, can you find this character? It called, and then, like, in bold text, they, like, Goemon, and then you select the one that's Goemon, then you have that as your capture system right there. But just don't select a picture where it's like, hey, you can easily identify him, and then you could just select him amongst the different images that we have for our capture system, so that way you can actually get access.
Konami, we like to spit on our legacy. Woo! You know?
Yeah. And LPH says, hey, Nintendo, we can buy to listen to your music. I will pay money for it. Yes!
Exactly. I'll even pay. Exactly.
Yeah, and we would gladly listen to that stuff, like on
you're leaving money on the
Spotify,
table.
iTunes. Golly,
Exactly.
it's like,
Other game companies do that. They release their music on Spotify and iTunes and all that.
it's like, Nintendo, you don't want to make any more money? Do you feel like
Leaving
you're just...
money on the table.
Yeah, you're just leaving money on the table. And LPH also said, can someone buy Konami? And, you know,
Please.
that's really funny, too, especially when the news of, you know, of Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard and PlayStation acquiring Bungie just recently.
Is this my... Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, you're like... I heard it. You didn't drop? But, oh, snap. Metal's not even in the call.
He's not? Did he not say anything?
No, did he drop?
Uh-oh. That's weird.
Hey, LPH, question mark. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, yeah, but you can hear Jerry, or if Cal's okay, can't you, LPH?
Let's see here.
And, I know that... Yeah, he says it's just you two. So, okay, so
Yep,
at least it's good to know that you can hear, Cal's just fine instead of just
I don't know
me.
if he just dropped.
Or he just left without even telling us, you know?
Oh, no, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either. But yeah, I mean, But yeah, with Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard and PlayStation buying Bungie, it's just like... I mean, I know that PlayStation has been acquiring studios left and right for the past few years, but is this really where the future of gaming is headed? Just big corporations like PlayStation and Sony and Microsoft just buying companies left and right? I mean, I can understand that they want to keep them alive, but in the grand scheme of things, could that be considered a good thing for business, or could that be considered a detriment for, like, growth, for there to be competition? Because I'm kind of getting the feeling that with what both Sony and Microsoft are doing, they're probably trying to aim their business towards the games as a service, so that way they can, you know, get the profits on games towards their business, or like subscriptions and that type of stuff for their business, so that way they can still make money. I mean, say with Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, take a look at all the money that Microsoft can make back on World of Warcraft, or say if Sony buys Square Enix, take a look at all the money they can make back with Final Fantasy XIV Online with the subscription fees.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I heard someone say that when it comes to Japanese businesses, they're kind of a bit more tricky to obtain because they have anti-monopoly laws in Japan, if I do recall. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just. Well, all right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's really, really interesting with the way how things are now, especially when it comes to the, business acquisitions and all that stuff just coming left and right all of a sudden just from, those two. But whereas Nintendo is still just playing coy. I mean, it's not like Nintendo has acquired any businesses in the past. I mean, last year, you got to remember, they bought Next Level Games.
Yeah.
The guys who've been making the more recent Luigi's Mansion games. And the reason they say that they buy those studios is because they worked with them for so many years in the past that they have a really good tight-knit relationship. And they're like, you know what? It's time for us to get them purchased.
LPH said Japan is killing YouTube.
Oh God!
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to force their laws, and a lot of these companies are so backwards with how things work.
Mm-hmm.
They still think that like just having someone talk about your IP is them stealing your IP or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like totally not Mark, even though he got his victory over Toei Animation as his videos are removed from YouTube in Japan. But it's like Japan is still trying to enforce that policy from the rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's like...
Which is where YouTube stepped in and were like, look, you can't... We're a U.S. company, you can't force Japanese laws on us. Like, we're sorry that your country still sees fair use as strict as this, where the rest of the world sees fair use like this.
Yeah.
He's not uploading whole episodes, and yet people who do aren't even taken down.
Yeah.
Why don't you go after that, Toei?
Yeah, why don't you go after people who actually do that? And not the people who just make short clips, which are not the entirety of an episode or whatnot.
There was videos he got claimed that didn't have anything in there.
Yeah.
Like, any clips. It was just him drawing or something like that.
And I think, and not only that, but I think any clips that involve the words like Dragon Ball and One Piece, they would just automatically be taken down.
They paid someone time and money. They made someone spend a lot of time.
And LPH says, and some is not making money for it. Oh, yeah. Some of them are not making money for doing that. Some just still see YouTube as a hobby. Just something for fun.
Yeah, exactly. I don't make any money.
Mm-hmm.
You and Wheels only make some money sometimes.
Oh, yeah. And I haven't even made, like, an original video for quite some time because of life that's been getting in my way ever since last year. Which, after playing Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, I've kind of gotten that motivation to try to get back to working on episode 13 of my Final Fantasy retrospective, which I took a break on.
It's funny how things work like that.
Oh, yeah.
You get motivation from, like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, it's like that one thing of motivation that just all of a sudden you don't think it's there, but then all of a sudden it just comes at you in full force, and you're like, you know what? I want to continue to do this after for quite some time.
LPH. Oh yeah, you already read that part. So you recruited the characters. So is there anything else to do in this town?
We're just currently going through more of the story right now because we have to meet Joey in Muse City, which is where we're at right here, because he wants to discuss terms of peace with us. But the people of our army suspect that, this might be a trap, and lo and behold, I think they would be right about that. Oh, hey, Lord Doom!
Hey, how's it going?
And LPH also said...
He literally said, that's literally what he wrote. I didn't even know that. I just said it on...
Yeah.
Well, alright.
Hopefully you're...
LPH said, yeah?
Hopefully you're doing great, LPH.
You mean Lord Doom?
Or Lord Doom, pardon me. you know how I tend to speak over myself and not say the right words from time to time. I mean, that's just kind of how I am. Although I really should, try to say things right whenever I try to speak. But just a bad habit of mine. Oh, don't worry, I'm not worried about it.
LPA said, "All my videos, I don't make money or show videos or showing video from a WWE or AEW show."
Mm-hmm.
You heard about this news since you guys talk about AEW, WWE. Did you hear this news about Shane McMahon and AEW that like people are like, nah, and I'm like, yeah, nah, but also, huh? That like some people are saying Shane might go to AEW, and I'm like, huh? You hear that news? That's the rumors.
Oh, yeah, but really, Shane McMahon going to AEW? I don't see that ever happening. I mean, he's a McMahon, for crying out loud, and McMahon. I mean, for a last name McMahon, they're stuck with WWE. I mean, even though Shane McMahon's been released from WWE, I'm pretty sure that they're going to bring him back based on story reasons at some point,
It's been a good day so far. I'm glad, Lord Doom, because, yeah.
LPA says I'm still in the mind for title versus title thing. So basically, yes, we walked into a trap with what this conference is about. So basically, Joey wants... Yeah, of course. He's an Atreides, like, what's his name from Dune?
He's Joey Wheeler.
Yes. Nightwing is going over to Stark Industries. Is the comic equal to what you're saying about Shane?
Exactly. That Lord Doom hit it right. Exactly.
Oh, Palika's here. Going over to Joey's side, remember? When at the beginning how she cared for him when he and Ryu jumped down the river? Oh, Lord Doom, I gotta tell you, man, I already told this to LPH, but you don't know yet, but this past Tuesday, I found out I actually have a kidney stone.
Still hasn't passed yet?
No, still hasn't passed, even though I haven't really felt any pain since Thursday. And I think it's because of the water I've been drinking. I don't know whether or not if it's still stuck or if it's already disintegrated to where it could easily pass more or whatnot. But
yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Kidney stones are terrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope it passes easily, Lord Doom, but who knows?
And you weren't doing anything crazy, but you said you just been not drinking water a lot.
That was last Friday. Yeah. And back this Tuesday, yeah, I wasn't drinking a lot of water that day because everybody was getting so schizophrenic because of the upcoming snowstorm that we had over here on Tuesday night. You know how it comes to pickup services at a grocery store, they tend to get bombarded with a lot of orders because people get so scared they think it's the end of the world when some severe weather comes their way.
Freaking, that happened. That Star Child told me a story about that with his Walmart, where people were like, they just got like less than an inch of snow, but people were like, oh my god, and they bought all the water and all the meat.
Oh, hey, would you look at this? Palika can speak again.
Hey.
Yeah, now that Joey Blight... I mean, not Joey, but now that Luca Blight's dead, I guess you could say that him not being around anymore has kind of healed her mute status.
Oh, girl. Girl. Oh, who's that? Davy Jones, yeah. LPA says, I don't see that in New York, LOL.
And LPH also said, all right, so who's going to watch Shenmue tonight?
I am. Definitely. I've been waiting for this. A lot of people don't have Cartoon Network in their package or something like that, though. From what I heard, I was like, what? Oh, wait, I know, because certain cable companies moved Cartoon Network to a higher package deal. People were like, wait, what?
And Lord Doom says, no, you had it right, Joey Blight. So yeah, Victor got us out of that bind, so it's time for us to mosey back to our headquarters. You know what? Let's do Pale Palace on these guys. Do a Summon Rune on them. I mean, we haven't had one of these for the last couple weeks, so let's see some good old summon magic. Oh, so satisfying. Oh, woof woof.
Oh, by the way, Lord Doom. I was blowing Wheels and Darkon's mind about Baki the Grappler, showing them more crazy Baki stuff. And they were just like, oh my god, what is this series? I was just showing them all this stuff, and they were like cracking up and like, I don't think I want to watch this. I'm like, no, it's great. Like, no, this seems weird and dumb, but I'm like, that's why it's great.
Well, now you're making me curious and wanting to watch Baki the Grappler, but the thing is that it's on Netflix.
Yes, and it's technically the first episode on Netflix is technically the first episode of the third season.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be like, wait, what happened to all these guys? Wait, what?
Yeah. So it's like, if you're gonna go into that show blind and, you know, with there being a lot of inconsistencies at the start, it's like you better read the manga first.
Yep. Or yeah, probably it's better to track. Lord Doom said Baki is insane. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over how evil his dad is. Yes, his dad's a POS. Yeah, and yet he's an invincible, strong POS. So people just don't seem to do anything about him because they're like, well, he took down a whole country. He beat the U.S. and so did which is kind of, that's also another part of the thing is like the dude Itagaki, like Keisuke Itagaki, is like, don't know if that's just like his nationalism, like shining through there, or not. I should say not shining, but popping through. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Yeah. Lord Doom says worse than Griffith even.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
Would you say he's even worse than Shinji's dad from Neon?
Oh yeah.
Neon
Bad
Genesis.
dad.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Drew's the worst bad dad than even him.
Hmm. Yes, sir. Way worse. Well, you make me very curious and wanting to watch Baki the Grappler even more.
And then there's stuff when I showed that video of the guy who's explaining all the ridiculousness, and he loves Baki, but he's just explaining all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, he's not. And I explained to Darkon and Wheels. I was like, dude, that's not even half. He's even leaving out extra other stuff. You're like, wait, what? And I explained more, and you're like, oh god.
So basically, Shu was being a dick to us when,
Let's just tell you one thing: the power of imagination can get you far in Baki.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Shu was being a dick to us because we found out why he brought Palika to Muse City and us making our getaway to get back here. Because he said it was absolutely necessary. So, yeah, it's basically one of those, cut and dry responses, pretty much.
Oh, well.
Just using any means necessary just to protect us. But anyway, back to Baki the Grappler.
Bakui. Yes.
Bakui.
Lord,
Bakui.
Get you far.
Buckwheat's cousin from the Little Rascals. Nah, that just didn't seem to go hand in hand together.
No. Well, Lord Doom does say imagination can also get you far if you have a Green Lantern ring, which is true. That's how you...
Yeah,
Man, Aki was a Green Lantern. I guess he'd be the strong... Forget it. He'd be taking out everybody. I mean, if he's already imagining so hard that people can already see... Oh, God, Buckwheat is a Baki fighter. Oh, boy.
I mean, why not?
Itagaki would do that. You know his son is also an artist, right? He's the one who did that animal one, Beastars or whatever.
Oh, Beastars, uh-huh.
His son, that's his Itagaki's son. They're a father-son duo.
The strongest.
But I guess even though he writes about Yujiro being a bad dad, I guess he wasn't a bad dad to his son.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I haven't really paid attention to much media or anything that has anything to do with protagonists who have really bad fathers or evil fathers or whatever.
That's why Tekken and KOF and Baki should just form.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, that
Hachi, Geats, and Yujiro, the three bad dads who happen.
Yeah, I mean, Buckwheat is the Jiren of the Baki universe. That's my headcanon.
There you go. The one who could defeat Yujiro is finally here. You just hear what does Yujiro fear? And you just hear in the background of a very faint, distant, "Oh, Tay."
Oh, Tay.
We just got on the weirdest tangent.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm really surprised that
and Metal
I mentioned
here,
Buckwheat.
even though it says he's green. I asked if he dropped. He didn't see it. I don't know if he got up to. No, he's not green. Actually, he's officially on idle.
And Lord Doom says, but it's a great one though.
Don't tell me he fell again.
Oh no! Did he?
He said his knee was hurt.
Yeah,
so I don't know. He had to get up and get his stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so we're going to this place called Tento, where we have to slay Necklord. So we're finally back to that storyline that involves Necklord after he made his escape from our castle. About, how many episodes ago was it? Was it about 5 or 6 episodes ago?
At least.
Yeah. Anyway, what did Lord Doom say in the chat?
He said, "I'm so mad about the Darksaber. I thought I was done with that type, but I guess not." Because he mentioned last night, he was playing Super Robot Wars.
Uh-huh.
About the Darksaber and being able to dual wield, because it's supposed to be unique or something. Lord Doom, yeah, there you go. Star Wars was a mistake. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Alright, so we're going to Tento. And it's going to be quite a interesting place when we get to Tento. But in order for us to get to Tento, we have to go to... what's the name of that village? It's not Forest Village. I think we have to go west of Kobold Village, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll just have to do that. So, Lord Doom, what are your thoughts about the whole Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard and PlayStation buying Bungie as of recently? Definitely would like to hear your thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
And,
monopolies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think we already kind of said our piece, but, you know, we like to hear everybody's opinion so that way we can stir up some more good conversation. But,
oh, don't you love these overworlds?
Oh, yeah. But I can say that this overworld definitely has a lot more personality than the first game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The first game was kind of more bland.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is the way we need to... This is the path we need to take to get to Tento, but there's this guard who's blocking our path. Cheapskate. But it's okay. Once he gets out of here, then that's when we make our break. Lord Doom says, I dislike monopolies in general, but at the same time, if they can clean up the stuff going on in Activision, then it's fine. Oh yeah,
that's kind of my thing where I'm like, well, it gets Kotick out of there.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully they can bring back some of those IPs that are under Activision Blizzard's belt to where we can actually see new games come out of them. I mean, you know, the Lost Vikings, I would definitely like to see a new game based on that.
Oh man, that's funny. I had that game, Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. I never played the original, but I remember playing the sequel quite a lot on the Super Nintendo back in the day. One thing about those games is that they had some damn fine music, for sure. You know, it's kind of like one of those games you wish would make a comeback. I mean, there's plenty of games out there that we wish would make a comeback. Like, for me personally, I would like to see there being a new, like a Micro Machines, kind of like in the vein of the NES game where it was a top-down racer.
Oh, that'd be cool. Micro Machines.
I mean, we already got a new Hot Wheels that just came out recently. It's like, why not, you know, bring back Micro Machines, or unless of Micro... Well, wait, no. I think it could be possible because they recently had a Micro Machines game that came out on iOS and Android back in 2016. Lord Doom says, I saw some stuff, and even if Kotick is kicked out, at this point, he's going to walk away with at least $250 million allegedly.
Yep, he's set.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The dude is a money-grubbing piece of POS. He's the equivalent of Don Matrick right before he left Microsoft. He just only cares about the bills instead of the satisfaction of the consumer. And that's sad. Because in order for a business to grow, you have to, you know, bond and build trust with the customers first. That's the only way you're going to make money. But you have to do it correctly instead of just being, you know, grubby with your little hands on money. But you know how it is. But you know,
Yep.
How many of us agree that Konami needs to be bought out by somebody like?
You know what? Might as well let Sony buy them.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
Sony's gonna buy companies, Suikoden.
Yeah,
You'll
because
own Yu-Gi-Oh! And you'll own Bloody Roar.
and you'll own Suikoden and Goemon
And, exactly.
and Metal Gear,
Pretty
Castlevania, Silent Hill.
Exactly. There's a lot of franchises that Sony could definitely use.
Oh yeah.
Or even Nintendo.
But then again, would Nintendo even do it? Probably not.
No. That's why I said Sony first.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord Doom said he saw some stuff. Oh yeah, the money. Well, that's kind of how we set up these large companies to work in America, especially. Make profit. Doesn't matter how, just do it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where are we at now?
We're just on this mountainside on the path to Tento, where we're just meeting up with this kid named Koyu, his brother Gijimu, who, you know, is part of the Lamp Dragon bandits who we're having to meet with to help us set up a meeting with the leader of the Tento Republic to fight off against Necklord. So just basically some, you know, prerequisite stuff right before we get into the meat and bones of this story arc.
All right.
Yeah, so really not a lot of action going on, but yes, we will.
Yeah.
We will see Necklord in this video.
This episode in this stream.
Yes, in the stream rather.
Well, I mean, for the archive people, it'd be.
Yeah, for the archive it will be for the video, but for live you'll see it in the stream.
Lord Doom said, "Oh, cutting the amount you spend on safety stuff can increase profit. Who cares if the workers die? We need money." Yep.
Sadly.
That's why OSHA had to get invented.
Mm-hmm. Occupational
Safety, Health, something.
Yeah, association or something. Yeah, I know that my job has that practice, OSHA, and a lot of people too, like Walmart, Target.
Yeah, gotta. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Because it's
I had to learn about it in graphic design because when you're dealing with prints, you're actually dealing with a lot of chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
And so OSHA has a lot of guidelines on how to make sure chemicals don't just spill out everywhere and start poisoning people. Because you don't want that.
Oh yeah. And if you don't follow those those safety practices, then you can be fined.
Oh yeah, you get in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah.
Because before that, in the 40s and stuff, like what Lord Doom said, that's exactly, and not like they won't try it now. There's still companies that still would try and get away with it if they can.
Mm-hmm. Sadly. Okay. Also, remember this path later. So. Remember this path later, right? You know, after we get done with this story arc, because there's a special character we're going to recruit, and he's actually a character who's one of the main characters from Suikoden 5.
All right.
Yeah, I'll show you who it is once we get to it, but we'll just kind of leave it there for now. But let me tell you, this character we're going to recruit, by the time we get to him, he is a powerhouse of a character.
Lord Doom said it kind of ends the point that a lot of people try and make, where they say the corporations know what they're doing, just trust them and they'll do the right and safe thing. Meanwhile, BP is spilling oil everywhere and other companies are working people to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to create OSHA, like you guys mentioned, because companies don't do the right thing. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not wrong, man. And it's really sad too that there are those who tend to, you know.
You ever heard of stories of the Chicago meatpacking plants? That's why a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the meat industry in Chicago was so horrible that's why they had. It's like whole novels about it and books about it. It's crazy.
And Lord Doom says, I mean, honestly, if they were doing the right thing, would OSHA exist? Maybe not at first, but in the long run, yes. I mean, they would eventually have to be, you know, created at some point. I mean, wouldn't you say,
yeah,
Chaos?
Because companies don't do the right thing. That's what Lord Doom's point.
Yeah.
Because at some point, even if it was sooner or later, yeah, exactly, because they don't do the right thing. OSHA would have to be created no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the place we're at is called Tigermouth Village, and it's a village that's a part of the Tento Republic. So you can see that the land here is pretty desolate.
Dang, yeah, nothing's growing there.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no food.
Yeah.
We got no food. That'd be me, and that's why JRPGs are not regular RPGs, because they want you to play a specific story, and I'm like, no. What if I just feel like yelling at them that they ain't got no food and laughing at them?
Yeah, that's for Skyrim.
Like that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like a real RPG would let you do it. Actually, I have a question.
Sure.
How do these games get the name role-playing game? The Japanese ones, I mean, if you're not really, role-playing.
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's they call themselves role-playing games because you're in the sense where, if you're playing a Western one, then you have more freedom as a created character. But when it comes to Japanese, they're mostly those of established characters and stories. So it's an RPG in a different context.
But what I'm getting at, what's the context? I heard some people say it's the job, the character classes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's got to be, because you have your sword, your swordsman, you got your pugilists or whatever, the fist fighters, and you got your mages and your long range combatants and all that. So yeah, I think that's where they're getting at when it comes to the Japanese side.
Makes sense, then.
Yeah.
And Lord Doom was going back to what I was talking about with OSHA, and Lord Doom said, yeah, that's my point. If they were doing the right thing and kept doing the right thing, OSHA wouldn't need to be put into law.
Mm-hmm. Our MVP of the match against Luca Blight, Humphrey, finally gets another level up.
Humphrey, yeah, that dude. Yeah, that dude was like, haha. Man, Luca Blight, tough fight. Also Humphrey. What? I didn't catch that memo. That was supposed to be tough.
Luca's like, I'm the monster of this land. I will tear you all up. Humphrey's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer.
And it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that I mentioned that too, because when you're at your castle, there will be times when you're inside the tavern where you'll actually see Humphrey actually just relaxing, drinking beer inside that tavern.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. All right, so we now made it to Tento, and we can actually get some new people to recruit this time around. And
Lord Doom said, yeah, what Humphrey did. I'm just going to stand here and walk forward, and if Luca doesn't move, that's his fault.
Yes. I gotta say, being in these towns within this part of the world map, the ones in the Tento Republic, it's got a pretty nice tune to it.
Oh yeah, I have no idea, but oh yeah, I can't hear.
Oh, I'll have to send you a music clip of the the sounds of this particular theme that's playing.
Whoever else in there in the chat will have to sound off.
Oh, we got ourselves a blacksmith here. Let's get some of our equipment fine-tuned. I think we can get up to level 13 or 12 with our weaponry. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to, grind everybody's weaponry to their max because we don't have a lot of money to spare. But I'll at least keep Rio and Victor's strength at an all-time high. Always the most important character in an RPG, as Lord Doom said.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Western and Eastern.
Woof woof. Except Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, it's the bonfire firekeepers. Okay, so I think we can grind. I'm gonna say that's who we're pretty much gonna grind right now in terms of their weaponry, because we do have some pretty good pieces of armor here too. Unless if we don't, Chaos Shield. Give that to Hicks. He could use a much better shield.
Except in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, the most important is the bonfire / firekeepers.
Mm-hmm. Did I get everybody? Yeah, I think I got everybody I needed. I mean, in terms of their equipment grinding. So yeah, I think we're good right now. All right. Oh, character right here.
Oh,
His name is Raura. Raura or Raura.
Raura. I feel like it's supposed to be Laura, but they screwed up.
But they made it into an R instead of an L. But
Yeah.
But anyway, she's actually an acquaintance of Jean. Basically, what she can do is that she can take any rune crystals that we have, and she can actually make scrolls out of them. And basically, those scrolls are like those spells, but you can actually use them out of an item menu. Which you've actually seen bits of that here and there during this playthrough, but I haven't really used them that much because, you know, there are certain variables where I'm like, yeah, they're just there, you know, as to what they are.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm going to be using them for quite an extensive period.
Join the group.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. I think that's all we can recruit. I think that's all we can recruit in this town right now. So
I like his just like sweat drop. Like okay.
Yeah, he's like Tim Allen.
Yep.
It's like, where are you going? So we're going to meet the mayor of Tento named Gustav. Or Gustav, pardon me. Gustavo. Looking at this guy, he kind of does look like he has some Hispanic qualities to him in terms of his character design.
Probably.
I mean, he's a guy who has his eyes closed most of the time.
Lord Doom says going around and recruiting people is something he really likes about this series.
Oh yeah, I think the creator of the series said that the heart of the series is all about the different characters you can recruit. It's not just about the main characters. And that's true. That's why I'm looking forward to Eiyuden Chronicle when that releases next year. Although I am looking forward to its companion piece that's coming out this year. I think they say that Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, the companion piece, comes out on PC and Xbox Series X and Xbox One, if I'm not mistaken. Or I hope it also comes out on PS4 and PS5 and Nintendo Switch at least. But who knows? And not only that, other big video game news is that from what I've learned, and all of us have learned about the new game that Yacht Club Games is working on, is the Mina, the Follower. Basically, it's like the main character from Secret of Nim, but in a setting that's...
Oh, yes,
that's,
yeah. Yeah, I know that game because Hero Club reported on it.
Mm-hmm. Lord Doom says, and the fact that the people you recruit, at least in 3, actually populate the castle and aren't just in some invisible menu you choose from. Yeah, exactly. That's why I like this series so much, and really just mad disgusted that Konami is putting this on the back burner like many of their IPs. It's like, and you know, it even goes back to us saying, somebody, please, buy Konami, Sony, buy Konami. We can't make them, we can't have them keep doing what they want to do, or what they do, or what they feel is right. Alright, so basically, Tento has agreed to work alongside us to drive Necklord out. We got this guy by the name of Marlowe with big glasses. Look like he's got Jerry Lewis glasses on him. Oh god, he kind of... Oh god, he kind of does look like Jerry Lewis a little bit.
The Hoivy, you know, because that's where Professor Frink got his whole speech from.
Yeah.
His whole Gohoivin Maven. By the way, I hope Metal's doing okay because he actually went offline.
I hope he's okay too.
And I don't know if he just dropped and never got to come back.
I hope his knee didn't screw him up or anything that made him get off. Anyway, so bedtime for the characters, but for the next day, it just comes at the blink of an eye. But Victor says to Nanami, "Nanami, don't wet the bed." Who wets the bed? You do. That's why nobody pays attention to you, because of your naive and kiddish personality.
Man.
Alright, so, yeah. And the trope of any protagonist in an RPG, or at least a JRPG.
Yeah,
they're the ones who always sleep in late.
Yep. At least he doesn't have amnesia, Rio.
Yeah. And anyway, Victor tells us that Ridley and Klaus from our own army arrived this morning. So, General Kiba's son and General Ridley. The Doberman General. It seems they had gotten to Drakemouth Village, so I guess they're good at making arrangements. So, yep, they are here at Tento. They're just looking at her, just not staring at her, and she's like, "Huh? You're awake? I'm the one who usually makes you awake. What the hell did you do to get up so early?" Well, I mean, our boy Ryu's a big boy. He can wake up. Yep, there they are.
Good morning, Lord Rio. I'm Anubis / Doggy Kruger, And the rest of you are the Power Rangers SPD/Deca Rangers.
My name is Ridley, aka Anubis, aka the Guardian of the Stargate.
Oh, that too, I guess. I like my total one.
Yeah.
I like Stargate too, though.
Yeah.
Stargate SG1. Actually, I never saw the shows.
Oh, really?
Despite people loving them. Yeah. I saw the movie. Okay, not never saw the shows. I never followed the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like hardcore. You know, I did watch, you know.
This is my lovely only daughter. Where's your daughter, Gustav?
Where's your oh God? Where's your daughter?
Now, funny thing is that this little girl who goes by the name of Lily, who also has her own sprite portrait, she's actually one of the stars of Destiny in the next game, Suikoden 3. Uh-oh, they said that there are monsters here in this village, so I think Necklord's here, so we better go pay him a visit. Or, I'm sorry, Neckbeard. Yep, there he is with his zombie army. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Tinto. Good morning, Mayor Gustav. Good morning, everyone.
God. Oh, please, no.
Lord Doom says, I remember her. Yeah, for Lily, she actually helps out Hugo, one of the three main characters in Suikoden 3.
You're going down, Neckbeard.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not today, but you will be going down shortly, even if we have to do that next week, which we will. Dear me, look at this. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? You joined Oh, so you've joined forces with the Highland Army? Oh, okay. So, basically, we're confused. And he wants to create his own kingdom here in Tento, because it pretty much just... The setting of this place just pretty much fits well with him, as it's dry, barren, lifeless, hardly any trees. So he's like, you know what? This is my kind of place. I don't want too many zombies in my corpse kingdom. Yeah, no kidding. And your corpse kingdom? Don't you mean Metal's kingdom? No, I'm just kidding. that I know, that's bad. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Don't let him leave here alive. Oh, he's already dead. Well, yeah, well, undead, basically. Alright, so, yeah, that was interesting. So, yeah. We pretty much got the whole beginning part of Neckbeard going to make a strike at this place, and that's going to be our whole motivation for this part of the story. Take him down. Woo!
Oh, yes. Perfect. Perfect. No dead air. Always whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just scared all her. Like, wait, what's everybody look? Oh, God. Oh. Lord Rio, we've gone to woo at Necklord. I think I know. Some of these games are super long. Actually, how long? We're on episode 10, huh?
Yes, we are.
Super Robot Wars. I'm already on like chapter 14 or 15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised I'm doing as well as I am. I just keep letting Katina get killed because nobody likes her.
So yeah, Jess, who appeared in one of the earlier episodes of this series, who was Lady Annabelle's assistant, who he spot us when we were over her lifeless body, he still holds a grudge against us because he believes that we killed her in cold blood when it was Joey who did that. Lord Doom says, remember that guy that carved Wu into an Egyptian artifact wall? The memes were great.
Oh yeah, because that's why they were saying Ric Flair was an old mummy.
He time traveled and set himself up as a god. Ric Flair did.
There you go.
Because, you know why? Because he's the...
Oh. Woo!
Yes. Woo, woo,
You know
woo.
what? It turns out he time traveled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the god Osiris is actually the Egyptians misremembering how Ric Flair told him his name, which was Woo. Woosiris. And they're like, Woosiris. Osiris. And so you got Osiris.
Osiris, the ancient Egyptian god of the dead.
Of Woo.
Yes. Now I'm reminded of that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force called T-Shirt of the Dead. Did you ever see that episode, Jerry?
Which episode?
Of Aqua Teen Hunger Force called T-Shirt of the Dead. Basically, they the main characters of the group, you know, Meatwad, Master Shake, and Frylock, they were at a museum, and they went to the Egyptian exhibit, and when they went and saw Osiris, he actually had a T-shirt, an ancient T-shirt that could give anybody the power to know and do anything, and so Shake stole the T-shirt and tried to take it for himself, so that way he could actually, you know, conjure up anything in his mind, so that way he, I guess, have great powers or whatever. But it just, once he got the shirt, just all hell just broke loose in that episode, just like every other episode.
Lord Doom said, I don't remember that episode. I saw some Aqua Teen.
I'll have to
Lord
show
Doom
you.
said there can only be one god of Woo at any given time.
I'll have to show you that episode sometime.
You know?
Oh yeah, there can only be one god of Woo. Who else would think themselves as a god of Woo? Maybe Godzilla? Because basically the roar that he makes. But then again, that wouldn't even sound like a Woo. Or maybe Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm sure Wheels would be like, yeah, Thomas. That is the god of Woo.
Lily and Nanami. Zack Ryder.
Zach.
Although, what's he going by now? Matt Cardona, his real name.
Oh yeah. I guess the current world heavyweight champion of GCW.
Oh, is he?
I think so. Where he still has his heel status. So Ric Flair is not the god of Woo, as LPH says.
I thought he was. Or maybe he passed it on. You know what? You can pass it on. That's new lore.
Ric Flair is who Zack has to defeat to become it. Yes, Lord Doom says. If he's going to be the new God of Woo, he's got to defeat Ric Flair. But
Oh no, he's not the champion anymore. Guess we actually lost the GCW championship to.
who?
Funny enough. He's an AEW wrestler right now.
Oh. Did he lose it to Kenny Omega?
No. I'll tell you. It's John Moxley.
Oh, okay.
LPH said, yeah, he's not champion anymore.
Okay.
And Lord Doom said, Ric Flair is who Zack had to defeat to become the God of Woo.
Mm-hmm.
If you say Ric Flair... Oh, no, yeah, no. That would have been funny, though. If friggin...
Oh, yeah. It's like, that old man's the champion of CGW? Or GCW? Dang.
Whew.
Okay. Now, this part right here of the story is actually one of the more crucial points of this tale going forward, because this scene coming up where we're going to talk to Nanami, she's going to present us with a question. And if we decide to go along with her, to answer her and go along with her, that's going to lead to the bad ending of this game. And this game does have multiple endings. 4 of them, to be exact. But yeah. Basically, she's going to tell you, let's run away. And if you said, yes, let's run away, then that all of a sudden is going to lead up to the bad ending if you decide to go with that belief. So just a little point right there. If any of you guys, if any of you play this game and if you choose this part where you go along with Nanami to run away, then you're pretty much leading yourself to the bad ending of Suikoden 2. Yeah.
Let's avoid it.
Yeah. And LPH says, but he did win the Digital Media Championship. And I was just talking about this with Project yesterday. If the Digital Media Championship is actually digital, then Matt Cardona basically has an NFT belt.
Yeah. Star Child said, yeah, there's multiple endings for some people regarding some decisions.
Mm-hmm. Like this one right here. But don't worry, we're not going to go for the bad ending. I mean, unless if you guys want me to go for the bad ending so that way I show off all the endings, that's your choice. But honestly, I'm just going to say, if you want to see the different endings, you could just watch them on YouTube because they're up on there.
This is like Shenmue's bad ending, which is really hard to get, actually. You have to actively try and get Shenmue's bad ending.
Oh, man. It's like Shenmue with its bad ending. It's like... It's basically really easy to get that bad ending. I mean, you just gotta sleep at home for like 3 months until Lon D just comes back to your state and just sees about you outright. But too bad we won't see Ryo. I mean, Ryo Hazaki go through that fate in Hazuki going through that fate in the Shenmue anime.
Yep.
Although it would be funny. Yeah, Starchild says it's kind of like the decision with Shadow in Final Fantasy VI on the floating continent. Yes, before the World of Ruin comes into play. Yeah, if you leave Shadow when you jump onto your ship, then you basically pretty much kill him. But if you wait for him when you're about to jump off the ship, then you get him to stick with you throughout the remainder of the game. Which I think that, speaking of Final Fantasy VI, I think the Pixel remaster for that game comes out this month, if I'm not mistaken.
Say again?
I said, and speaking of Final Fantasy VI, I think the Pixel remaster version of that game comes out on the phones and Steam this month, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, does it?
I think so,
because
because it was originally supposed to come out before the end of last year, but Square Enix delayed it because they wanted to give it.
This month.
Yeah, because they wanted to give it further polish.
Yep.
Sorry, Nanami, but Ryo's a grown man. He's not going to run away from this.
He ain't a punk.
No. He's going to see it all the way through. All right, so we're continuing it. But yeah, and speaking of which, I was playing the first Final Fantasy Pixel remaster on Steam, and I actually beat it this morning. I'm currently on the real Final Fantasy II with its Pixel remaster. And from what I'm playing so far of it, it's better than the NES and the PlayStation 1 version. It's on the same page as the re-releases, starting with the Game Boy Advance and the PSP one, where your stats don't decrease if you don't use them that much. It's like the stat increases are permanent for your characters. You know, the attributes. So basically, Final Fantasy II, the equivalent of that game, the real one, it's like, if you ever play Quest 64, then that's basically that growth system that you see in that game. But still, I stand by as saying that game is total, utter garbage. The real Final Fantasy II. Well, I wouldn't say total garbage, but just not the game that people wanted because of decisions in its game design. Oh no, something is going on outside. It looks like they say that Jess and Hauser are going to try and take on Necklord's army by themselves without working alongside us. And honestly, that's not cool, because if they do, then if they try to go unilateral and going up against Necklord, then that's more to the zombies and his army. But here's the thing, Jess. You can't hit Necklord without the Star Dragon Sword. You don't even have that blade.
Or the Dark Blade.
Yeah.
Just want to get Lord Doom to pop there.
I know.
At the stove.
So basically, what the schmuck is going through is a vain attempt to try and fight off against Neckbeard.
How much longer is this game going?
Just for about 3 or 4 more episodes.
Huh. I thought we were getting there.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're currently we're currently in the final act. Yeah, I saw that Starchild says his friend cheated on Final Fantasy II.
Yeah,
you can use the system against itself to boost your characters. You can, but it's only in the Famicom and
I could figure it out.
in the PS1 version of the game. Because there was a glitch where you could actually boost your attributes on your characters and their weapons.
I can never figure out friggin' Final Fantasy 2. I beat 1, no problem. I even got all the legendary weapons and all that in 1.
Mm-hmm.
Scene about Chaos. Part 2, I couldn't fight some wolves. I didn't even know what I was doing. Just some random wolves.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you never even see that game design in future games after that.
Yeah, for real. Oy.
You know, sometimes they say just stick with what actually works best.
Funny how sequel's supposed to be better. Like, that's the one time we're like, no, I'll play the original over 2 any day.
You know, that's really weird how Sakaguchi actually made Final Fantasy II following the same steps as Super Mario Brothers 2, or, you know, Doki Doki Mario, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. You know, the
A lot
sequels
of
that...
NES, Famicom, right? The
Mm-hmm.
sequels are all weird. Like, not even necessarily bad games, but they're all like these weird departures that like they never go back to because people are like, that's too weird, bro. And they're like, okay, fine. Yeah, Lord Starchild even said FF1 is pretty easy if you can
Yes, it
handle the
is.
grind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. 1 I'll play. 1 I got no problems with.
Oh yeah, and if you know where to go, then that game is really fun. But
Like,
yeah,
I got Excalibur and all that jazz in 1. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Oh yeah, that I did. Even in the Pixel remaster, I can still play Final Fantasy 1 many times to this day, and I still never get tired of it, because even though it was a game made back during the NES, it's still one of those games that actually holds up really well in its design.
Victor asks if you want to die. I'm like, what?
No, we're not gonna die.
Klaus, want to die? Exactly.
Dying's for chumps. And we
Dying's for chumps and losers who don't know the secret to just keep living.
yeah.
If you've watched Rocky, all you gotta do is imagine yourself alive. And you're alive again.
I hear a mine tunnel collapsed. A number went inside, but no one came back. Maybe there was gas too? Oh. Did you not even send in a parakeet or a canary in there to see if it actually died? You know, that's how... You know, little known fact, that's how they actually detect if there's gas in the mines back in the days. They
Yes,
would all...
Yep, that's true. They would send a canary.
Mm-hmm. And if it went in there and it died, then yeah, there's gas. But if it came back, then it's safe.
That was the old way. Kill a bird, sacrifice the bird.
Even Metal Gear Solid 2 made that reference.
Simpsons made fun of it. Of course, obviously Simpsons did everything.
Of course.
But there's a part where they're trying to dig Bart out, and when they're trying to Sting, the singer is digging, and they found a dead canary. They're like, oh, and they're like, oh no, actually this canary died of natural causes. They're like, oh okay. Like they were scared. They're like, oh no.
And Lord Dim says, I remember reading that it was basically blood magic.
Yep. That's what it is.
Oh hey, Neckbeard's inside the tunnel that we just went into.
You're Neckbeard, aren't you?
the kid named Jess or something was gathering the Muse soldiers. I mixed in a few spies. So
Why are you so old-timey, Necklord? Then again, Japan loves the old-timey Dracula for some reason. Friggin'... I was watching Grand Crest Saga, and there's a vampire lord, and he's just like Necklord. Old, looks like he came straight out of like the friggin' Hammer movies, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, bruh.
Well, I mean, this is basically Dracula from Castlevania crossing over into Suikoden.
So that was perfect.
You sacrifice the bird, and the spirits tell you if it's safe.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Zaps you.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. But yeah, this is another one of those fights where you just have to hold it off until it ends by itself. Survive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Speaking of Yujiro said this, and I guess he'll say that to them when they survive. You didn't win that match. You survived it.
Yes.
Read Baki the Grappler. I am not sponsored by Keisuke Itagaki. I'm just learn about Gaia's tunnel technique. Learn about imagining praying mantises. Learn about defeating the strongest creature in the world with an imagined bowl of soup.
An imagined bowl of soup.
Learn about imagining more joints in your body so you can become liquid. Learn about contorting your body in a way that it's like you become a Pac-Man and eat somebody because you're just so muscular. You're like, I'm gonna just clamp on you with my muscles. I'm not making any of this up. That's the crazy part. Yeah, everything I just said happens. All of it. You hear me, Kyle?
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, I heard you.
Learn about how when your son is having sex, you interrupt him and tell him to keep having sex and give him coaching tips. Lord Dude said, this is how people feel when he explains JoJo. Yeah. You gotta see some of those videos of this one. I'm telling you. Did I tell you about the time Yujiro ripped a guy's face off and threw it at the crowd? And that guy just was like, LOL, that didn't really bother me too much. Did I tell you about Hanayama killing a great white shark with his bare hands for no reason? That's actually one of the most tame things.
Even the time when Fonzie jumped over the shark in Happy Days, that's tame when compared to what you're talking about.
You said, okay, so Baki is just JoJo, but without stands. Yeah!
Yep.
Yep. Baki's Bizarre Adventure, basically, just without stands.
BBA.
Did I tell you about the time Yujiro killed Baki's ape friend, the Yasha ape, because he thought Baki was getting too soft? Gave him the ape skull as a gift, and Baki was so sad that he was crying, and then ate the ape's teeth.
Really?
Yes.
He ate the ape's teeth?
Yeah. He was like, sorry, bro. Oh, man.
Wouldn't that actually break his teeth for eating the ape's teeth? Because teeth are made of bones.
Is the thing that gets murdered on a weekly basis in Baki the Grappler, okay? Speaking of physics, did I tell you about the time Retsu Kaio, the Chinese kung fu master, has a dude on his back and there's a river and everybody else would just swim or jump? No. Retsu Kaio just goes, I got 4,000 years of Chinese training, and just moves his arms and legs so fast that he runs on water with this guy on his back.
Huh.
He's just flailing his arms and legs. I go, whoop, 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 whoop. And you gotta see it when it's animated. It's hilarious. What dude says, I don't even understand what you're saying to me. Keisuke Itagaki just smokes a bowl and probably snorts some cocaine too, and then writes whatever. Like he does a downer and an upper at the same time to come up with these creamy middles that are worse than any up or down. I don't even know anymore. He's insane. His son's not so bad.
Oh, there was a recruit right there, but I don't even have a window set on me. I'll have to go back to the castle and get one.
Get that window set. Woo!
Yeah, so we can get that old man recruited. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
There's a trade shop right here, but we don't need to be worried about the trade shops anymore since we got that guy recruited. Since we got Gordon Freeman recruited. No, not that Gordon Freeman, but just some guy named Gordon. Would be cool if we could actually recruit Gordon Freeman, wouldn't it?
If retroactively put Gordon Freeman in the game, yes.
Yes.
There's also the time where Hanayama got proposed to this girl that likes him, and Hanayama just pulls his pants down and says, "Can you handle this though?"
Wow.
Lord Doom said, "Put Dante in too," retroactively.
Oh yeah. Devil May Cry Dante? Or Dante from Dante's Inferno, the video game.
Like Devil May Cry, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I know. Although I imagine that Twitch would not even allow us to play Dante's Inferno. The EA game.
Oh, would they?
I don't think so, because there's some nudity in that game. He uses tonfar. Don't you mean tonfa? Golly, how many more spelling or grammatical errors can this game have for its official release?
Lord Doom said, "God, why did I hear about Baki sooner in my life?" Man, if you were near me, I'd be like, "Hey, borrow my DVDs, bro. I got the whole box set of the first 2 seasons." Where's, geez, where's my glove?
Yeah, the lust stage is pretty rough in that game, as Lord Doom said. Oh yeah. Or even that one demon who has his junk pop out of his stomach. But I'll tell you one game that we can actually play that doesn't even have any of those, explicit stuff, and that's Splatterhouse, the 2010 game.
Oh, yeah. That game seemed cool.
Which, we were going to play back at Halloween, but I think we forgot about that. Or for the month of October, at least.
Guess we did.
Nope.
What can you do?
Yeah. Okay, so we got that character recruited. Wakaba, as they're called. Or what that character was. Or LC-chan. Long Chan-chan.
Oh, man. I find one thing and then I lose another.
Yeah, Lord Dude says, or that one demon that just has his junk out the entire boss fight. Yeah, the one who I just mentioned. Oh, Khan.
La commedia è finita. Because, Dante's Inferno was a tragedy and comedy and all that stuff.
Yep. It's too bad that the sequels never got made by Visceral Games since they no longer exist. Oh, he says, no, I'm talking about Lucifer. Oh, okay. I thought I mentioned about that one demon boss fight where his junk was hanging out. I guess it was the final boss, Lucifer. And Starchild says he has the Dante Inferno anime. It's pretty good. That's actually one I haven't even gotten yet. I mean, I do want to see it.
Oh, that anime?
Mm-hmm.
One of those ones you're like, why they even made an anime out of this?
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
I'm not even saying it's bad, because Starchild says it's good. I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, why did they make an anime out of this still?
Well...
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that, like, I'm not questioning it's good or bad. I'm just saying, what necessitated?
Yeah, for that to get an anime. I mean, like even the Halo Legends anime, or even the Bayonetta anime.
Bayonetta makes more sense.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, but it was just based off the first game's plot.
Yeah.
Whereas, something like Devil May Cry, the animated series, was completely original.
Yep, although 5 brings it back. And you're like, oh, well, what do you know?
Oh, yeah. There's some stuff in the game's continuity that, actually shows up in Devil May Cry 5. Characters, amongst other things.
Starchild said, the 360 version of Dante's Inferno is backwards compatible on Xbox One, so you can get the game for cheap and play it on a newer system. And Lord Dude said, yeah, the anime is canon to DMC.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
One time in the ghetto.
And I was kind of hoping to find a Blu-ray set of Devil May Cry, the animated series, but thing is that it's kind of hard to come by nowadays. Really hard to come by.
She looks like she's so shocked that you want me to actually help?
Starchild says the anime is set up like the Animatrix. Each chapter is animated differently.
Remember that Gotham one, that Batman one? They did that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, Batman
like
Gotham Knight. Yes, I actually really like that one. I really enjoyed that movie. Okay, where's that old man where we can actually recruit him with the Windows set that we have? I think it's right in this one. Is it? Yes. Yeah, there he is. Is that a Windows set you have there? Brings back memories. Well, it is, but please, come to our castle. Yes, but join us in exchange. We're the leader of our own army, man. Alright. We got this character named Tenko to join. Basically, the Windows set maker for our army. So basically, the Windows set is what you see on screen, the outline of the windows. Whether they be, what you see on the menu screen or the text, or the text bubbles and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that guy. And the Batman Gotham Knight anime, they got Kevin Conroy to voice Batman in that movie compilation.
I only saw it once. I want to see it again.
And I think it's set in the same continuity as the Christopher Nolan Batman films.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. It's like set 1 year before the events, in between the events of Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. This hussy is one of them. Hussy?
What? Who's this hussy?
All of the compilation animes, Animatrix, Halo Legends, Gotham Knight are good. Well, that's good to hear. Stop it and grow up. This little girl. Well, from my view, you are just greenhorns! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Basically say congratulations with,
Congratulations.
with 3 exclamation marks, and then we'll yeah, we believe you.
Don't forget, what was it? Well, how did Ghostbusters NES end? You are a great hero.
Congratulations. You have played through this awesome game. You proved the justice of our culture. Now go and rest our heroes.
I would love to see if Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd were like, we gotta prove the justice of our culture at any point in the movies. Gotta what now? Prove the justice of our culture. Oh, okay.
And I think the justice of our culture, Lord Doom says. And it's really funny that we mentioned that ending screen because they actually cameoed that ending screen in the Ghostbusters video game. The one that was that was done by what was their name? Terminal Reality, or was it?
Yeah, but I know which one you mean. The one that was remastered recently.
Mm-hmm.
PC and all that.
Yeah. I still need to get that re-release, the remaster one. But it's like, what's the best version to pick up that game? I mean, I know we have the PS4 and the PC version because of them being in 60 frames, but there's also the Switch version. But thing is, that's in 30 frames, so, it's kind of like the OG release. But the thing is that game, it's hard to consider that game as a remaster because there's really not a lot that they remastered from that game for the remastered version.
Star Child said, I never played a Dante's Inferno game, but I did like the anime. The DMC anime is good too, so I never played those games either. Lord June said, the DMC anime is kind of perfect because it shows Dante is A, super depressed, and B, able to somewhat turn it off for the job. Huh. I remember watching some episodes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, funny thing about the Devil May Cry, the animated series, is that they actually got the ADV voice actors for the game, but the only one that they didn't recruit for an original voice was for Dante because they managed to get Ruben Langdon to maintain his role as the character, which I thought was actually pretty cool. So yeah, we gotta fight Sierra here, who's basically a vampire lady. Oh, she's not eating her ramen again. Dang it, Nanami, you're being awfully callous with us and not doing the right thing with what you're supposed to do. Yeah, and Lord Doom says, keep in mind, the DMC anime takes place after DMC 1, which is why he's depressed because of the Virgil stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he finds out about Nero after 2 and his depression goes away a bit?
Yeah, but the thing is that I thought it was said that Devil May Cry 4 takes place after the anime, but it's actually, but then I think they retconned it and said that Devil May Cry 2 is the one that takes place after the anime, because I always thought that the continuity was 3, 1, 4, and 2, before 5.
Oh, by the way, Star Child, if you're there, Wheels tweeted you asking which pack did those Yu-Gi-Oh cards come from? See that on Twitter. Lord Doom said, yeah, but they moved 2 on the timeline. Oh.
Yeah, so basically they retconned 4's place on the 2 and 4's place on the timeline. Yeah. Yeah, which I never understood, but hey, I guess they can do that because they're Capcom, I suppose. But Capcom, if anything, then Hideaki Tsuno's next game should either be Dragon's Dogma 2, or it should be a new Capcom vs. SNK. He should at least make that game right before he retires from game development. So now 4 happens and then 5 instead of 4, 2, and then 5. So yeah, so the continuity of Devil May Cry is 3, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Because in that first trailer for Devil May Cry 5 that they showed at E3 2018, at the very end of the trailer when it shows Dante riding on a motorcycle, I honestly thought that he actually got out of hell, because at the end of 2, when he went into hell, he was riding on a motorcycle at first. Lord Doom says it flows better in my opinion. It wouldn't make sense for us to have depressed Dante, normal Dante, and then depressed Dante again for no reason. Yeah, I guess that's true. But, you know, as they say, it is what it is. I mean, there are certain ways, there are certain flows and continuities that actually makes more sense with the growth of characters, but I guess that would make the most logical sense if they actually, you know, change it up to actually fit the continuity that way now instead of, you know, us thinking that's how it was supposed to be all those years ago. As a woman traveling alone. Lady, you're no woman, you're a vampire, and you just transformed yourself into a white vampire bat after we defeated you. Even though you did look like a cute stuffed animal.
So Lord Doom mentioned how 4 happens and then 5 flows better. I think you read. Did you read that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, Star Shot said kind of like Ninja Gaiden's order. Yeah, the new Ninja Gaidens actually are before
the
NES ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, but still after the arcade one.
Yeah.
The very first storyline Ninja Gaiden game is the arcade one.
Mm-hmm. And then the modern
1, 2, and
then the modern
ones.
Trilogy, and then
the NES ones.
Yeah, the NES trilogy. Even though the NES trilogy's continuity is kind of messed up too, because it's 1, 3, and 2. Because 3 takes place between 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. So it goes arcade, modern 1, 2, and 3,
Mm-hmm.
1, NES 1, NES 3, NES 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if Itagaki Tomonobu, not Keisuke, was he around for the NES trilogy or no?
Tomonobu Itagaki?
He just like took over.
He might have, but I'd have to look and see when Itagaki joined.
Here we go. His works. It says it right here.
Mm-hmm.
He first started Tecmo Super Bowl.
Oh, so he was there.
In 1990.
Mm-hmm. So he was there when
yeah.
The first Ninja Gaiden came out in 91.
Really? NES game, but it came out that late?
Mm-hmm.
That explains why. No, it says here it came out in 89 over here in North America and 88 in Japan.
Oh, okay.
HAL was 91. Europe was 91.
Oh, okay.
So it says for him he did Super Bowl, and then Dead or Alive 1, 2, and 3, and Extreme, and then Fatal Frame 2 he worked on as a special advisor, and then Ninja Gaiden, the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. And then he tried Devil's Third, and nobody was like, people were like, yeah, whatever. If I remember right. Remember that Devil's Third?
Oh, Devil's Third. Oh, God.
People were like, meh.
That was one of the games I was kind of hoping to get, but I never even got that.
Yep.
And I had hopes, too, for that game to actually be good, but...
Yeah, no, same. I remember.
Yeah.
I wanted...
And Lord Doom says a few things. He says, plus the novel adds extra content to 5. Some of it is kind of unneeded, though, like them explicitly pointing out that Dante knew Urizen's deal before he even got there to fight him. And also, but some of it was nice, like showing how Dante lost Cerberus, and all the callbacks to 2 to show, yes, that game is canon. Even though there was a conspiracy theory with a lot of people saying that Dante in Devil May Cry 2 was not the real Dante. But yeah, it was. I need to go back and play that game and fully beat it. I think that's the only game in the Devil May Cry franchise I have not beaten yet, was Devil May Cry 2, the real one. Wait, there's only one Devil May Cry 2, because there's not a sequel to DMC Devil May Cry.
I think Metal's power went up, by the way.
Oh, it did?
Because I don't know. Because he's been offline everywhere, including Discord, for like more than an hour.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Just wondering. Metal, hope you're doing okay. Hope your power isn't off for too long. If it is, I have no idea. And Lord Doom, you read about that? The funny fact? Oh, he hasn't said it yet. And then Star Child said it's Ninja Gaiden Shadow, Black, Dragon Sword, 2 Sigma, Razor's Edge, X, NES, Ancient Ship of Doom, Dark Sword of Chaos, the anime. Then, let's pretend Yaiba doesn't exist.
Oh God.
That's true. Then yeah.
Yaiba was just a sad tragedy. I should have.
Dante doesn't remember anything about the events of DMC 2 beyond going to the island and meeting Lucia
and the old lady.
He's like, I know I did stuff, but I don't remember.
Yeah, the timeline of the Ninja Gaiden franchise is insane. But yeah, Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden Z. Oh, man. And even I was one of those people who had hope for that game to be really good. But nope. It just turned into nothing but a crap fest. Okay, so okay, I think this will do. All right, well, as much as we should get on with defeating Necklord and all that, but looking at the time, I think we're going to have to save that until next week.
Yeah, it's already, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and head to the end and save our progress, and then we'll end off this episode here in style.
All right. Nice work.
Oh, thank you. So
LPA says, man, the timeline is insane, speaking of that. And Lord Doom said, she says the name of the final boss in 2, and Dante's like, if you say so, I don't remember all that stuff. I don't waste space remembering the names of all the demons I fought. But all right, go ahead.
Okay.
Save.
Yep, it's saved. So just leave it right there, and I guess I'll plug me first again since Metal is
Metal's not here. I'll plug for Metal.
Yes. Okay, so you guys can follow me at youtube.com/RPGreviews. That's where I work on my created content. I know I haven't posted any videos on there for quite a while, but I think after playing the Pixel remaster of the first Final Fantasy, I think I might have hit my motivation again, but kind of early to tell. But I really hope I do get that motivation back, because I do need to make some new content again. I know our good friend Sound Out, he's still making a lot of content for his channel, and I'm like, I need to get some of that inspiration back. But anyway, be sure to follow me at youtube.com/RPGreviews, and also I do have a page here on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/RPGreviews, but I use that as a secondary streaming channel, as I stream on both YouTube and Twitch via Restream, so follow me at both those sources if you possibly can. And also be sure to follow me at Facebook and Twitter for all the social media feeds at facebook.com/RPGreviews and twitter.com/RPGreviews. And be on the lookout for more content coming from not only me in the future, but also from us at the Geek Fighters that you guys are not going to find anywhere else. And that's me.
All right, well, since Metal Blue Eyes isn't here, you can follow him on YouTube at Metal Blue Eyes. It's Metal Space Blue Eyes, but Blue Eyes is one word.
Yeah.
He wrote it weird. And also on Twitter, I believe his Twitter handle is Master Blue Eyes. Right? Or is it still Metal Blue Eyes?
I think it's still Metal Blue Eyes, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, it's Metal Blue Eyes 0.
Yeah.
Metal Blue Eyes 0 on Twitter, and Metal Space Blue Eyes on YouTube, and Hero Club 4 Life on Twitch. Hero Club, the number 4 Life. and they stream Wednesdays and Fridays. It's usually him who's hosting.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays they talk about news and reviews in Toku and other geek culture. And on Fridays they play a game while just shooting the breeze like we do here on Saturdays, pretty much.
Yeah.
And as for me, you can follow me on Twitch at FighterKaos, FIGHTERXAOS. Tuesdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays is Tekken for one more time this Tuesday.
Yes.
And Fridays is Super Robot Wars OGs. And then the week after, we're starting fresh. It's going to be Double R. You gave me the name. It's perfect.
King of Tuesdays.
Which every Tuesday will be King of Fighters 15 now.
Yes. The day after Valentine's Day is when it starts.
Yes. And that whole week we'll be playing King of Fighters Tuesday and Friday just because it's new and we want to show it some extra love on that week. But after that, it'll be just Tuesdays.
Yeah, and I'll try to do my best to be on that stream. When you start King of Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know.
All right, that's me. I have the same name on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. FighterKaos. So that's it.
All right. Well, join us next week for when we finally start taking care of business with seeing about Necklord and putting him down for good. So, yep, that guy whose name you really want to hate in this game, we finally put him in his place for good. And in order to wait until then, you'll just have to tune in next Saturday for that. And until then, I am Double RPG.
And I'm FighterKaos.
And
for Metal Blue Eyes.
Yes, and
I got 2 words left to say.
Yes, you do.
Nimi Kanyo.
Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.